I think it's pretty common every offseason. New coach, not a real deep receiver draft. Look, I've been. You read a bunch of these things that are written now, and I would say a number of teams have called on those players. But I said it yesterday, that it's not something we're interested in doing. So you'd have to do your homework, and you can figure out how it all got started. But obviously, in the off season, everyone wants to be on top of any type of transaction. I understand that, and it'll continue, I'm sure, as we get closer to the draft. If you really look at the draft and you look at the receiver depth in the draft, it's not a real deep draft. So if you're a team that's looking for receivers, we're not the only team people called. I'm sure Houston with Brandon Cooks, other players like that. It's pretty common in the offseason, I think. As you've done the deep dive on your own roster, what do you make of your receiver group and maybe those two players? Well, we haven't been healthy. I can't count how many snaps that all three of those guys. Obviously, Patrick got injured. But from a team standpoint, we weren't healthy. None of the starters played in any of the preseason games. There wasn't any 9-on-7, 1-on-1s, and so the approach was much different than I'm used to. But I know that we battled a lot of injuries a year ago. I like the receiver depth. We'll continue to look, we're not a team that's going to be, this is the X, this is the Z, and then this is our sub-slot receiver. That's just not going to be us. And if you've ever followed what we did in New Orleans, that was never us.
Are you playing the starters?
We're going to play all of them. In the preseason? Yeah. Absolutely we are. Absolutely we are. That's the preseason.
You said you could change